when you need to create a vendor invoice with multiple expense accounts that don't neatly fit allocation account usage, you can access the ledger transaction list prior to posting. This also allows adding additional lines for other accounts or segments. When entering an accounts payable invoice, you can only enter one expense account on the screen, which may default from the vendor setup on the Billing tab, or from the default expense account in Company Settings. If you want to post expense amounts to multiple accounts, it is possible to predefine an allocation account in General Ledger to split the amount by percentage to particular accounts. However, if the desired amounts don't split nicely by percentage, or it's preferable to select accounts during transaction entry, rather than creating a new allocation account, it is possible to modify the ledger activity prior to posting. To do this, you need to have user security rights in Accounts Payable to modify the GL transaction when posting, which will change the Post button to include an option to post and review GL. If you do this type of transaction regularly, you might even want to enable the setting to modify GL by default, so that the Post button includes Review GL without needing the extra drop-down and click. When the invoice entry has the required information and amount, then you can post the invoice with the Review GL option to open a ledger transaction window before posting completes. On this screen, you can edit accounts and amounts, as long as the completed transaction has balanced debits and credits. You cannot make any changes to the control account or amount for protection purposes. Perhaps you might add a second expense account if the invoice details do not all belong to just one. After the new account is added, you should update the amounts as needed, and that the sum still equals the original amount and balances. Or perhaps you might add an account to include a different location segment, because the invoice belongs to the same account, but two or more separate locations. When all updates have been entered and amounts balance, you can continue from this screen to complete posting the transaction. If you view the transaction either from within Accounts Payable or from General Ledger, you will see the modified transaction values were posted. Note that this process can be done not only for invoices, but also credit notes and debit notes as well. And you could also split revenue accounts within accounts receivable transactions in the same way, if user security settings allowed. If you would like more information about Spire Accounting, access the link in the description below to our homepage. Read the online manual help for additional assistance. Watch more videos from this playlist, and subscribe to the Spire YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.